How we spent $257.49 in 2 days as a family of 4 living off of one income in the Bay Area. On Sunday, our monthly membership to an indoor play place auto-renewed. For the 4 of us, we paid $93.96. This time last year, I was nearly done with Christmas shopping for my kids. This year, however, it's much harder, partly because my thrift store no longer has a large toy section, let alone toys that are new with tags, and when they do have toys, they're barely anything my kids like. And because I don't know what to get my son. I got a few comments in the video I made last year sharing the gifts I got my kids, saying that my daughter was my favorite because I spent more money on her and or because I said I got my son certain things purely to make things even. I've never shared my kids' ages on here and I don't plan to, so sorry for the lack of context, but basically my daughter is quite a bit older than my son. When my daughter was my son's age last year and even this year, we also didn't buy her expensive toys or as many toys because she was so young and didn't know what was going on and was just happy to receive gifts. The only reason we got our son as many gifts as we did, even if he didn't really know what was going on and was happy to just have gifts like my daughter was at his age, is because my daughter was old enough to recognize the discrepancy and I didn't want her thinking we were playing favorites, even if it would be in her favor. That being said, I'm having such a hard time buying my son presents. He's obviously a bit older now and has a better understanding of what's going on, but he's also at the age where he copies the people around him, so it's hard to say if he really likes what he likes or if he's just copying what other people like. For example, last week we let our kids pick out toys at Walmart. My daughter loves girly Aphmau meows and carried the 2 that she had prior to the trip everywhere she went, so she chose another one and my son said he wanted one too. My daughter didn't like either of them because they aren't girly, so she gave them to my son, but he doesn't play with them. I explained to my daughter that part of the risk of buying new mystery items is not liking what you get and asked her if she wanted to pick a few used or newly opened but not used meows on eBay, and she said yes. We had a conversation a few months ago after she opened a present she appreciated but didn't really care for, where I asked her if she wanted to be surprised with her presents from now on or if she'd like to pick out her own gifts like my husband and I do, and she chose the latter. So on Monday, my daughter chose 2 of her Christmas presents for this year, a sparkly unicorn meow for $15.42 and a strawberry one for $14.13. I didn't pay the full listing price for either of these items since I made offers to the sellers, and these prices are including tax and shipping. I'm still monitoring one for my daughter, but while my daughter was picking out her meows, my son said he wanted some too. Again, I'm not sure how much he really wants them, so I only got him the one he said he really wanted, which was the elephant for $15.35, which I regret buying. Like I mentioned in my last video, my mom got my kids a lot of Christmas presents. She asked me what they wanted, and of course I told her mystery Aphmau meow plushie, so she got a lot. I don't really know where to get certain collections, but my mom only bought from 2 collections. The plushies I got my daughter aren't included in those, but the elephant is, so there's a chance we have an elephant meow under our tree right now, but maybe not. We'll find out in a few months. I think secondhand plushies are gross, and I think it's stupid I paid more for them than if I bought them brand new because of tax and shipping, but I'm trying to remind myself that they aren't my presents. I can wash them, and at least we aren't wasting any more money getting plushies that they don't actually want. Something I thought my son wanted was a bracelet because he's been wearing his sister's bracelets recently, and he even made one at school a few weeks ago. So I asked him if he wanted one, and he said yes. I asked him if he wanted gold or silver, knowing he'd say gold, but I wanted to make sure. I later realized maybe he's wearing bracelets because he can't find necklaces, so I asked him if he wanted a bracelet or a necklace, and he chose the latter. But I only asked him that after I found this listing on Etsy. I was shocked at the price, so I messaged the seller verifying that it's solid gold, and they said yes, so I bought one for $5.48. I'm confused about which one I got because there's options in the pictures, but there isn't a drop-down thing to choose what you want. So this will be a mystery box. It's even a mystery if they'll even ship it or if they'll refund me. One of our properties are in Utah. It's time to have our sprinklers winterized, and we paid someone in our neighborhood $50 to do it. Also on Monday, while both my kids were at school, I went to Trader Joe's to get a few things for $28.22, and on his way to bring our daughter to her piano lesson, my husband got a full tank of gas for $44.93. Now enjoy this ad, but if there isn't one, that's